welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast, a podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of every recipient of the Medal of Honor. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tales of Honor Podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch, and we have one birthday to get to before we head into today's episode, which is number 304. And today's birthday is actually not today, it's in 2 days from now, on the 8th, which is Friday, and that would be Florent Groberg. He turns 37 years old. So happy birthday ahead of time to Florent Groberg. And hope it is a great day for you. If you have not had a chance to check out his book, 8 Seconds of Courage, A Soldier's Story from Immigrant to the Medal of Honor, I do recommend that you do so. Now, since I myself am not a man who likes to physically read a book, I listen to it on audiobook because, well, let's just be honest, it's easier for me, and I can do that while doing other things. And it is a very good listen as well, I'm sure. If you are a reading type, that is a good read as well, but it is a very good story. I'm glad that I listened to it. You can get it wherever books are sold or wherever you get your audiobooks from. I do recommend that. Again, that is 8 Seconds of Courage. Very good book. So happy birthday to Florent Groberg. Now we can get into episode number 304, going back to the Vietnam War. Billy was born in Murray, Kentucky on the 20th of October, 1945, and unfortunately, not much information is known about his early life. He grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and went to school at Sunnyside High School. Billy joined the U.S. Army in Phoenix at the age of 17, and a little over 3 years later, he was deployed to the Republic of Vietnam with Company C, 2nd Battalion, 5th Cavalry Regiment, 1st Air Cavalry Division. It was his actions on the 21st of September, 1966, less than 1 month before his 21st birthday, that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, PFC Lauffer's squad, a part of Company C, was suddenly struck at close range by an intense machine gun crossfire from 2 concealed bunkers astride the squad's route. PFC Lauffer, the second man in the column, saw the lead man fall and noted that the remainder of the squad was unable to move. 2 comrades, previously wounded and being carried on litters, were lying helpless in the beaten zone of the enemy fire. Reacting instinctively, PFC Lauffer quickly engaged both bunkers with fire from his rifle, but when other squad members attempted to maneuver under his covering fire, the enemy fusillade increased in volume and thwarted every attempt to move. Seeing this and his wounded comrades helpless in the open, PFC Lauffer rose to his feet and charged the enemy machine gun positions, firing his weapon and drawing the enemy's attention. Keeping the enemy confused and off balance, his one-man assault provided the crucial moments for the wounded point man to crawl to a covered position, the squad to move the exposed litter patients to safety, and his comrades to gain more advantageous positions. PFC Lauffer was fatally wounded during his selfless act of courage and devotion to his fellow soldiers. His gallantry at the cost of his life served as an inspiration to his comrades and saved the lives of an untold number of his companions. His actions are in keeping with the highest traditions of the military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the U.S. Army. Billy L Lauffer was posthumously promoted to sergeant and awarded the Medal of Honor and is buried in the Murray Memorial Gardens in his hometown of Murray, Kentucky, Christus Section, Lot 34A. And that was a tale of honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor Podcast. Head on over to talesofhonorpodcast.com where you can read these stories, see other ways to support the show, and easily share a story with your friends and family. Tales of Honor Podcast is written and produced by Christoph Ambrosch, and theme song, A New Beginning, is by Ben Sound. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, I'm Christoph Ambrosch. Thanks for listening.